Well, Merry Christmas, and have we got a great fishing report for you today. The fishing has just been absolutely spectacular around Merimbula this week. It's Christmas Day, and let's go and see what we got. Well, there's not much more exciting than kingies off the wharf, and Tathra Wharf has been absolutely firing this week. We've seen lots of kingies and real big size getting caught off there. Just on some liveys, so catch a livey off the wharf, put it on a bigger hook, send a rod out, and just wait for those kingies to swim past. If you're fishing off the wharf waiting for one of these kings, chuck a squid jig around. There's been so many squid. They range of various sizes, so you get plenty for little baits for your kingies and plenty that you can put on the table. They're so tasty. Speaking of tasty, if you get yourself onto a sand flat like this out in the lake and throw some little surface poppers for whiting, you'll come up tight with heaps of whiting at the moment. The water's warm and they're pretty aggressive, and they'll just smack those surface lures off the top. It's about as good as fishing gets. If you're fishing the Merimbula system this week, chuck a lower profile, so a skinnier plastic out for some trevally. There's been so many trevally getting caught, and they're decent size. We've seen that average size like get up to that sort of 40 centimetre range, and even some fish up to that 50 centimetres, which is so much fun on light gear. We all know how hard these things pull. So yeah, great option there. You're going to get some brim in the mix too. There's been some really good brim around, and flathead. We've seen Adam Harris get out there. We've got these new sunnies in store that have got a video camera in them, so he's got a bit of footage from that over the last couple of days. Definitely my recommendation for flathead fishing is the Bega River at the moment though. We've seen some really big crocs getting taken pretty much under the bridge towards the mouth, and then up the system a little bit as well. But yeah, if you're going to just focus around that bridge, there's plenty of land-based areas there, or you can get out in your boat and it drops off pretty deep there too. So yeah, some really big flathead getting caught under there. So speaking of flathead fishing, if you're just chasing a feed and you can get a day without wind, we've got it a bit windy at the moment, but as soon as those conditions calm off, or early in the morning, it's that typical summer weather, hey, where it's blowing a gale for in the afternoon, you hit that nor'easter in the arvo, but every morning you seem to wake up, the ocean looks amazing and you get a couple of hours of flatty fishing in. The flathead have been big and they've been plentiful. There is so many fish out there. If you get out into that sort of 40 metre range off Tura Head or something like that, and drop a paternoster rig, you're going to come up with multiple flathead all the time. If you're not catching them, go another 5 metres deeper and another 5 metres deeper until you catch them. They're there and there are heaps of them, you'll get them. And if you want to get up even earlier and chase a few snapper around, the reefs have been pretty good. We tend to come into summer and the reefs sort of drop off a little bit and the snapper fishing's not as good, but this week we've seen some amazing catches. Young Hudson Gilligan, he got a 50 odd centimetre snapper just out off the Hunter. So some great fishing there with the snapper. Plenty of mowies around too if you want to get out into that 40 metres and do some micro jigging. And then the offshore, let's talk about marlin fishing. It has just gone absolutely ballistic. That water's been pushing down from the north and we've sort of been watching it come down, and there's been no fish caught. 3 days ago we saw Bermagui go off. 2 days ago we saw Tathra go off. Yesterday there was fish caught in Merimbula. So they've just worked their way down with that warmer water, and there's multiple fish. When have you ever seen a marlin season start with people catching 5 and 10 marlin in a day? I've never seen it, never heard of it. It's never happened before, I don't think. It's just gone from zero to hero overnight. So if you want to get out there, get a few liveys on and tow them around real slow, you got every chance of coming up tight with a beautiful marlin. So on your way in and out, make sure you keep your eyes open. We've seen heaps of southern bluefin tuna getting caught over the last couple of weeks, and there's plenty of them. They're not very big, but they're great sashimi, amazing on the Christmas table today. So yeah, keep your eye out, see them busting up, and just chuck something small in there, they'll eat it. Well, it's just after the new moon at the moment, so that prawning is going to taper off a little bit, but hasn't it been great? There's been prawns everywhere. I think anyone that goes out with a light and a dip torch after dark has been coming up with a nice feed of prawns. So areas just like across over here at the boat ramp in Merimbula, along Mitch's Jetty Flats and stuff, will all hold prawns on an outgoing tide. So all you got to do is walk along there with your light and your dip net, you'll spot their eyes and flick them up into your net. It's such a great feed over Chrissy. And they're all up and down the coast, so we've seen some really good prawns come out of Narooma all the way down to Eden. Find your little estuary. In those estuaries that aren't tidal, it doesn't matter too. You can just go after dark and not worry too much about the tides, and there'll still be plenty of prawns there, so it might be worth a shot at the moment. So if you're here on holidays and not sure where to go fishing, along this boardwalk is such an amazing place to start. There's so many different areas from around underneath the bridge, the sand flats up a bit further. Just come in and see us, we'll give you some advice. There's plenty of places to go. But if you want to also escape the crowds a little bit, we've got the Boss Outdoor Rentals next door to our shop, so you can hire a kayak, hire a tinny, get yourself out in the middle of the lake, hopefully catch more fish. Well, a very Merry Christmas from the team here at Boss Outdoor to you and your family. What a great week's fishing we've seen, and hopefully this continues throughout the holiday period. Don't forget we're open 8:30 to 6 p.m. every day for the rest of summer. So if there's anything you need to know, whether it's fishing, camping, anything outdoor related, come into Boss Outdoor so we can hook you up.